There is an old Chinese proverb, you might have heard it, that we built this presentation around, and it goes like this. Tell me I forget, show me I remember, and involve me I understand. 3 different artists are going to be telling you things, giving you information about their art. But you won't forget, because they're going to show you also some examples of their art, and they might even show you how they do their art. So the chances of you remembering are very high. And then to involve you, we may ask you to step up to the table here and look at the display, look at some of the books, talk to the artists that are here. Maybe you have a question, finding out something that you would like to know about art. So we'd like to involve you in that way. The 3 artists that are presenting this evening are Deni, who is a member of the Guild, Bill Cagle, who is one of our directors, and Gisela Alpert, who is the president of our Guild. So thank you very much. Deni, you're first.
Hi, I'm probably going to read notes because I'm not used to public speaking. My name is Deni. I'm a relatively new resident of Milton. When I moved here 2 years ago, I was really happy to hear that Milton had a vibrant and very active artist guild. So I quickly became a member. Art, particularly the visual arts, has always been an important part of my life. I come from a family of painters. My grandmother was a very successful illustrator of children's books and a portrait and still life painter. And my mother was also a landscape and genre painter. I've always been interested in art, going to galleries and museums, studying studio art and art history at college, and taking drawing and painting classes off and on through my adult life. As a single mother of 2 boys and working full-time, I was not able to devote time to drawing and painting. But now that I'm retired, I've had time to focus and direct my creative interests and energies. And the Milton Artist Guild has been a wonderful resource, offering support and opening new doors. I'm an amateur painter. At this time in my ongoing development as an artist, I'm primarily interested in landscape painting. I paint in oils or pastels. This is an oil pastel. And I've brought paintings in multimedia tonight. I always carry my camera with me and will take pictures of scenes that especially inspire me. A particular tree might intrigue me, or the way the light falls on the tips of trees or on water, dramatic clouds, a lovely farm, a sunset, or interesting rocks, whatever. I often use my photographs and the memory of the image to paint at home, or I use the photographs as a resource to study light and patterns. Sometimes I'll do a painting combining 2 different photos. I mostly enjoy painting outdoors, on site. This is called plein air painting. It's a challenge as the light is constantly changing, the weather can take a sudden turn, and mosquitoes love painters. But I love the immediacy of painting on site. Often I'll start painting outdoors and complete it at home. Lately I've been doing series of the same image, first in pastel and then in oil. They don't all come out looking the same, as I'm trying for slightly different effects of light, or I might tweak or adjust the composition to my satisfaction. In painting and art, I admire and am influenced by a great number of painters. I love the richness and use of light of the 17th century Dutch painters, both still life and landscape. Ruysdael, Vermeer, Rubens, and of course, the Impressionist painters, Cézanne, Monet, Pissarro, Renoir, and the gang are all an influence. They were true masters of plein air, catching fleeting clouds, sunlight, and shadow. Also, the American painters, Albert Bierstadt, Thomas Cole of the Hudson River School, George Inness, Winslow Homer, N.C., and Andrew Wyeth, to name just a few. In my effort to paint, I admit that I am easily distracted and not as disciplined as I should be, and sometimes go several weeks without drawing or painting. My goal is to spend time every day drawing or painting or looking at art. I find it's helpful to take a workshop or have an exhibit to prepare for, to give me a push, and then I'll spend concentrated time and work. I also like to get in the habit of carrying a sketch pad and watercolors with me at all times to do quick drawings and sketches to supplement what I do with my camera. Although it is a helpful tool, skillful drawing is not a requirement for successful painting. What is essential is the inspiration to try to express what you feel. I've also experimented a little with dry point etching and monotype printing, and have brought samples of each tonight. This is a monotype, and this is a dry point etching. Dry point etching is done by etching an image onto a plastic or metal plate with a sharp metal or diamond-tipped needle. The plate is then inked and the surface ink rubbed off, leaving a residue of ink in the incised image. Paper is then placed over the plate and printed in a press. More than one print can be made with one plate, as it can be re-inked and rubbed. By contrast, monotype is a printing process wherein the artist creates a single print by covering a glass or plastic plate with an inked or painted image or inked objects, and then covers the plate with paper and prints on a press. This creates a single, unique print. Or the artist can completely cover the plate with ink or paint, and with a brush or pointed object create a drawing, removing the ink or paint with a brush or pointed object, and thus resulting in a subtractive print. Monotype is a wonderful serendipitous process because the artist is never really sure how it's going to come out. Since moving to Milton and joining the Guild, I've shown my work in several exhibits and even sold a few paintings, which is gratifying and most encouraging. That said, the important aspect of painting for me is the pleasure I get in the process and sharing my interest and love of art with other artists. So, it's never too late to pick up a pencil or a brush, some paints, and a piece of paper. I firmly believe that art is an inborn, innate form of human expression to be practiced or enjoyed by all. So I'll be happy to answer any questions later this evening, and thank you.